Okay, guys, now we can interpret our tables. First things you need to write in your reports is analysis of variance tables and about regression significance. But how to report this? First sentence in your report was this: that in this study, multiple linear regression with three independent variables is significance. And in parentheses, you need to write amounts of f and p-value of your models. But another sentence is about adjusted R-squares. Adjusted R-squares is a goodness of fit index, and in your models is near about 70%. And then you need to write in your models that independent variables can explain 70% of variations in the dependent variables. In other words, if you have more than 70% of variations explained by your independent variables, means that your model is good and have needed criteria. Another tables and important tables in a regression reports is the coefficients tables, and we see that we have three independent variables with regression coefficients in these columns and SIG in these columns. You need to write a report for every independent variables similar to this. For age, you need to write a report similar to this. In this report, you see that there is some quotations in some words, and these words is very important. Now we review these words and quotations. For age, we write that there is a significant. Why significant? Because SIG is less than 5% or equal to 0.044. And straight. Why straight? Because coefficients is positive and it's 0.23. Then we write that there is a significant and straight relationship between age of participants and blood pressure as dependent variables. In parentheses, we write p equals 0.044. And we write about interpretations of coefficients. The model indicated that for every 1 year increase. Why 1 year increase? Why not 1 month increase? Because unit of age is year. The model indicated that for every 1 year increase in age of participants, blood pressure increased about 0.23. Why 0.23? Because coefficient of age is 0.23. Unit given. Why this? Given fixed effects of another variables in the models. Because in interpretation of coefficients of regressions, we interpret main effects of every independent variables. Then we write given fixed effects of another variables in the models. But for salt in foods, we write these reports. We write that there is a significant and straight relationship between use of salt in a day and blood pressure as dependent variables. P is equal 0.001 and the coefficient is 2.05. The model indicated that for every 1 gram per day, because the unit of salt in foods is a gram per day, increasing use of salt, blood pressure increased about 2.05. Coefficients of regressions units given fixed effects of another variables in the models. And finally, for exercise, you write that there is not a significant relationship between exercise, in parentheses, minutes per week, and blood pressure as dependent variables. Why not significant? Because SIG is less than 5% and equal to 0.273, and coefficients of exercise is equal minus 0.078, but not significant. Then we write that the model indicated that for varied minutes of exercise in a week, blood pressure variations was not statistically significant. And finish. Okay, this tutorial is overdone, and I speak about multiple linear regression in SPSS, how to check assumptions, how to interpret tables, how to write scientific reports. But in the future, I want to speak about multiple linear regressions in R Studio or R programs. Then if you have not followed our modern YouTube channels, please press subscribe buttons and press notification buttons to be notified about new tutorials. And also participate in polls that I write in captions and in enter this video, and comment your ideas about these tutorials and tutorials in our modern YouTube channels. Have fun!